If you like this video, click like. If you want to continue to follow our adventure, hit subscribe. Your support would be greatly appreciated. Hello, Lives on the Road subscribers and followers. Well, it's February, and we're going to call this our 1-year anniversary of living in a pop-up camper. And it's kind of an accurate statement. I mean, it really depends on where you want to start. And so we decided to start in February because that's when we posted our first YouTube video, documenting our adventure. Documented us going down to Florida back in March as our trial run to make sure that this is what we wanted to do. Documented us coming back and downsizing our life. There was a lot of things that we did before we actually got started that I think was part of the adventure. So let's go ahead and get started and talk about some of our expectations that we've had. Weather has been the biggest challenge for us. Not so much in the camper. Being in the camper, we've done really well. We've stayed warm. We've stayed dry. We've not had any issues being inside the pop-up camper when it's raining. Just like if you decide to do this in a travel trailer or a van or whatever, worked out perfectly. But the weather has been a real challenge to get out and do anything. It really has been. So we planned our adventure to follow the weather. Headed south, came back up, went to Northwest Virginia. It was a solid plan. There was nothing wrong with it, except it's been cold and wet. It just rained and it's been cold. If there was an expectation, I would say that the expectation that the weather would be a lot more cooperative. Cost, okay, let's talk about the cost of this adventure. We budget $800 a month to live in this adventure, which we thought was going to be a real tight budget, that we were really going to struggle with trying to come in at $800. But actually, we've done really well. This lifestyle has turned out to be very inexpensive, no matter what the problem is. Running the heater, whatever the case is, it's turned out very inexpensive. Normally, we come around about $650. Here it is, been very cold in Florida. We came in at $712. I just posted that cost report just a few days ago. So, no, costs have been exceedingly well. So that was above our expectations. Emergencies. And we haven't had any personal emergencies, something that, oh man, this is just going to be terrible. I think that's because we try to plan things out as well as we can. If there's a problem with the vehicle, I think we have a fairly good plan for a backup plan, those kind of things. So it's not like it's something automatically happening and we're in trouble. The emergency we had was Carolyn's daughter, Beck, got cancer, and we had to go back to Missouri. Well, here's the thing. Being a nomad really made it easy for us to be the ones that could help her. That was a big plus. I don't know how you can prepare for an emergency, but it's just something that you're going to have to be in the back of your mind, that there is going to be an emergency that happens, and you're going to have to figure out how to deal with it. So be flexible, I guess. Everybody talks about the fear of living as a nomad, and yes, the fears are overwhelming, very difficult. And I'm telling you, getting in the camper didn't make the fears go away really quick. Every day I would get up, and it was just like, why am I doing this? Why am I living in a camper? Why? What am I doing? And it was such a disturbing transition. Living in a house, normal, to living in a pop-up camper, you're crazy. Here's the thing. It took about 6 months to actually start to get the fears to subside. And now, it really is just the new normal. I mean, we don't even think about it. I don't think about not having that lifestyle anymore. I don't. Even when people ask me a question, these kind of questions, what is it like to transition and all that? It's really hard for me to remember because this is kind of it. But the fears do go away. Even with all the challenges we had with weather and emergencies and all that, it really just isn't a problem anymore. I don't stress about living in a pop-up camper. If something goes wrong, something breaks, you know, we can fix it. No big deal. I used to have all kinds of problems. If something breaks, I get aggravated if something didn't go right. Okay, so what's our plans for next year, this coming year? Well, the plans are to stay warm in Florida as much as possible. We probably want to leave Florida maybe until April, maybe May even. I mean, we're not going to be in a big rush to leave. We're going to not get into cold weather. We're going to go to Alabama, and we're going to meet up with another YouTuber if everything goes well. That's our plans. They've agreed to do a little collaboration, and so we're quite excited about that. So we'd probably stay a couple days in Alabama. And then the plan is to go west. I think what we're going to try to do is go towards like South Dakota, possibly even go to Washington State. I used to live in Washington, but Carolyn's never been there. So that's kind of the idea, is maybe just head northwest. And then we're going to shoot back down. We're not sure if we're going to stay in Texas, but we'll probably come back, see the Grand Canyon. We're not sure if we're going to go to Texas or if we're going to come back to Florida. But that's the plan. That's our 1-year anniversary update. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Click like if you like the video. And happy travels.